Ready, ready. 70, Indy.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. He'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
60 or. Protein spill.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Tight end right. Even. 4 down. Even.
Come.
31's the mic. Watch the run.
General West.
Slam.
Yep.
Slam.
Hit it.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Let's go now.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Topper.
42. Mike 42. Check. Mike 42.
Hey, Alpha.
Push him back.
They'll try the air now with Greer. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Greer. Escaping the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Hey, box truck. Look at me. Door.
Throwing to start the drive. Gabriel. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Certainly not. The cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And some space here. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there from McCaffrey. 79 yards.
That's good for the Panthers. First down. First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Scarlett. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
SOS.
This is Scarlett on the carry. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think the second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Go.
Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Trick. You got 3. Check 3.
Go.
Hey, we got time right.
Go. Ready.
On 2nd and 15 now. Greer. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Hey, Do. Yo, go. Pilot, 64, weak.
On 3rd and long, here's Greer. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
Hey, Sam off. 2.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Check. Crunch. Get it.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Check 24.
Hey, Haywood. Go.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Gano's kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
On the ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. K1 short, able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Hey, Wahoo!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Gabriel. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked to his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit.
And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there for Carolina. 57 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check out the screen. Check 37. Check 37.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will make our score 9-0. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Look at the spin. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Go! At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Hey, exit.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. A gain there of 21 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry.
No chance. No chance.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Blue draw quarters. Yes, yes. Now. Smooth.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Looking to throw on second down. Gabriel. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Team 6. Look at me. Zipper.
Operating from the gun. Gabriel. It's caught. Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line.
First down, Chicago.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, Gabriel. He completes it to Jones. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. He got 29 yards that time.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 4. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now.
Mexican score, Panthers 9, Tigers 7.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
59. Mike 59. Hey!
Shoot! 2nd and 5. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Here we go. Set. 8. Read. Hey, orbit.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Go. Hey, lock it.
Kill. Check 52.
Get it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Gabriel. And the pressure gets to him again. K1 short in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Bravo.
42's Mike. 42's Mike.
Now.
Greer will look to throw on 2nd down. That's to McCaffrey, complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll run it with Scarlett. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
Mike 42. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Hey, Alpha.
Now a run with McCaffrey. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Greer steps away to his left. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
61, matchbox lights.
Greer to throw on 3rd and 1. Dancing to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call, because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
Operating from the gun. Gabriel, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
You got to be ready. Don't be scared of it. Go.
Looking to throw. Gabriel. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 44-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing on first down. Gabriel. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again. Gabriel. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Yep. Let's get off the field.
Hey, exit.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Let's go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. From the gun, Gabriel. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Brian Burns just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back to throw. Gabriel. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
54. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Gabriel. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit. Because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off. Because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. This is McCaffrey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Switch.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Snap.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. McCaffrey. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
You ready?
42, Mike 42. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Big grip.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. On the return is Jones. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, orbit.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to